Yeah, good evening. Welcome along to Does Us Football Stand for the UEFA Champions League phase draw. I'm too used to saying group stage draw, and I managed to say it correctly. It was originally a group stage draw, but then obviously now they've totally changed the format of the tournament. So it's going to be very, very complicated. This is probably the most complicated Champions League draw I think I'm ever going to watch. Thank you to those that have joined us so far. Let's see how the teams get on in this draw. Why is there a lady singing? I have no idea. Oh, she may have been singing the anthem or something. By the way, won't they be doing the UEFA Best Player Awards in between the pots? By the way, I just thought about that. Yes. So, and that's going to be interesting. So, it's going to be a strange draw today because you've got 4 pots. The group stage has gone from 32 teams to 36. And it is no longer groups, it is now a league format. Which is going to be very strange. Each team, when they are drawn, will be playing against 8 opponents in the tournament in one-off matches. And what's going to happen is the 8 best teams in the tournament, point-wise, from the league phase, will head straight through to the round of 16s, whilst the teams that finish 9th to 24th or something like that will be playing in playoff rounds to get to the round of 16, and the teams that finish in the bottom half will be out of Europe. It's going to be a very strange one, isn't it? Hello, Sam Pinderford. Thanks for joining us. It's going to be really strange, this draw. But looking forward to it. Harvey's joined us for the draw. We've been watching Champions League draws for a long, long time. But I don't think... this will take a long time. I don't think we've ever come across a Champions League draw that's going to be this complicated.
I think it'll be complicated for a lot of people. If there's people, of course, that I'm just going to say this right now, I'm going to be such a nerd as well. If people has played Football Manager, will be like, oh, we know how the draw works and all that. But there's people that'll be like, oh, how does this work? It is complicated, but it's not as complicated as people are making it out to be, in my opinion. But it's going to be.
It just sounds really complicated, though, doesn't it? Yeah. When you have to remember as well that you've got teams from the same nations in all the pots, so you can only play a maximum of two teams from the same country, but it can't be any team from your country. So Manchester City can't go up against Arsenal or anything like that. The UEFA President's Award for 2024 goes to the legendary Juventus and Italy goalkeeper Gianluigi Buffon. Not sure what it's for. It could be to do with service to football or something. I don't know. But legend of the game he was. Buffon was, without a shadow of a doubt, one of Europe's best goalkeepers. And look how well he did Look how well he did. He made loads of appearances for Juventus, loads of appearances for Parma. He made about 20 appearances for PSG in the European competitions, and also won. He won the 2006 World Cup, didn't he? I think it was with Italy. So Gianluigi Buffon just going up to collect his President's Awards. What about that one where they had to do the draw again or something?
I cannot. That must have been when it was lockdown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was during lockdown. That was one of the round of 16 draws, because United got Real Sociedad, who they couldn't get because they already played them in the group stage, or something like that. I don't know if it was Sociedad, but United got someone who'd already played in the group stage, which meant that they had to, because the draw was totally messed up, so they had to completely redo it, and we ended up with we got PSG. We had PSG, didn't we? And we had already played them in a group or something like that. We were in the same group as PSG, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a strange one. It was a strange one. But thanks to those that have tuned in so far. 5 o'clock on this Thursday evening. So, the draw remains pretty much the same as it would do with the 4 pots. The only thing is it's going to be very, very complicated because obviously you can't have teams playing against each other from the same nation. You can have teams from you can play against 2 teams from one nation. So for example, Bayern could play. I don't know. Bayern could play Manchester. I don't know. But Bayern could play against Real Madrid and I don't know. Real Madrid. I don't know. Bayern could play something like Real Madrid and Girona, 2 from Spain, but they can't play against anyone from Germany. If you get what I mean. Same with Manchester City, they could play Bayern and Dortmund, but they wouldn't be able to play against Arsenal and Liverpool. So obviously, that's the aim draw. A lot of the draw is going to be computerized, so you could literally end up with anyone. It's going to be a complicated draw. We do also have there will obviously be awards handed out during obviously the ceremony as well, as they always do. But for the moment, let's have a quick run through of the pots for you. These are the pots in full and the confirmed pots after last night's qualification games. Congratulations to Slovan Bratislava for qualifying for the Champions League, I think for the very first time, along with Girona qualifying for the first time, and Aston Villa, European champions back in the 1980s. And also I think Brest coming into this as well. The champions from the Europa League, they are in pot 2, Atalanta, whilst the current European champions, Real Madrid, will be in pot 1. Why is Cristiano Ronaldo getting an award?
I don't know.
Cristiano Ronaldo's getting an award when he doesn't even play in Europe.
I don't know. You tell me.
What's this award for? Well, Ronaldo's getting something and he's not even in Europe anymore. He's playing for bloody he's playing in the Saudi League.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what this is. Let's have a look. What's it?
Is it on
Longest scoring streak, 11 matches.
Is this on TNT, by the way?
It's on TNT1, yeah. Could it be something to do with could it be something to do with the amount of goals he scored or something in the Champions League? I don't know what this is for. I'm waiting to find out. I'm waiting for it to actually say what the award is. Cristiano Ronaldo's getting the award for being the all-time Champions League top scorer.
No wonder then.
There he is. Cristiano Ronaldo is the all-time Champions League top scorer, so that's why he's getting the golden ball. That's what he is. He's getting the ball. TNS might get you for the first time. Yeah, the new Saints, they're doing well, aren't they? Let's have a look at the pots in full for you all. These are the confirmed pots. Pot 1 consists of Real Madrid, Manchester City, FC Bayern, Paris Saint-Germain, Liverpool, Inter Milan, Borussia Dortmund, RB Leipzig and FC Barcelona. Pot number 2 sees Leverkusen, Atletico Madrid, Atalanta, Juventus, Benfica, Arsenal, Club Brugge, Shakhtar Donetsk and AC Milan. I've got to say, by the way, for Arsenal, when you consider that Arsenal will get 2 teams from pot 1 and 2 teams from pot 2, I don't think there's any easy game for Arsenal in them 2 pots. Difficult oppositions. I've got to say, by the way, I think a lot of people will be keeping an eye on Bayer Leverkusen to see how they get on in Champions League.
Still on the stage? He's been on the stage for ages.
They're doing all these awards that they do. They're doing all these awards that they do before the draw. Lana taking on Lincoln Red Imps. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Lincoln Red Imps beat them. Northern Ireland or Gibraltar will have someone in Europe. No, they can't get teams from the same league.
Right.
Pot 3 consists of Feyenoord, Sporting Lisbon, PSV Eindhoven, Dinamo Zagreb, FC Salzburg, Losk, that's Lille, Crvena Zvezda, that is Red Star Belgrade, Young Boys, who knocked out Galatasaray of all teams, and Celtic.
Oh, Bill will be watching out for that one.
I know, Scottish guy. I need to do something else. It's a guy that we know that I don't get on with at all.
Neither do I.
But then again, what do you expect? Do you know the people I don't tend to get on with are actually Scottish people. I don't get on with Scottish people. I don't know why. I just never seem to get on with Scottish people. When's the draw from Glimpse? Well, I'm open, and I don't know, to be honest with you. They're doing all these bloody awards at the moment. Ronaldo and Buffon have just got an award for all-time top scorer, and the President's Award, which went to Buffon.
You know that's a type of hairstyle as well, Buffon?
Yeah.
My nana has one.
Pot 4.
Just thought I would put that out there.
That's nice. Pot number 4, Slovan Bratislava qualifying. Monaco back in the Champions League. Sparta Prague. Aston Villa, that'll be interesting. Bologna, Girona, Stuttgart, Sturm Graz, and Brest. I've got to say, I don't think there's any easy games for any of these teams. None of these games are going to be straightforward. They're all difficult games to call, aren't they?
Oh, that's why.
After they've interviewed Penaldo, yeah.
Your covers come off that side.
Oh, I can't do much about that.
You can't have these two.
Well, I'm not doing anything about it at the moment, so you can wait. So, those are the pots in full. A reminder that in this draw's different. So teams from the same pot will be playing against each other. Each team will get 2 teams from each pot, which means Bayern will get 2 teams from pot 1, 2 teams from pot 2, 2 teams from pot 3, and 2 teams from pot 4. Which means that whereas for Manchester City, they could get anyone of Real Madrid, Bayern, PSG, Inter, Dortmund, Leipzig, Barcelona. But they cannot get Liverpool because of the same league rules.
Feyenoord get Salzburg?
Yes, because they're from a different league. Feyenoord can get anyone in that group other than PSV. And also, we'll say it's going to be interesting when we get into the next next ones. The only teams that Bayern cannot face are Leipzig, Leverkusen, and VfB. They cannot play against VfB Stuttgart. Arsenal can get Arsenal and Aston Villa can get anyone other than Man City and Liverpool. So it's going to be It's going to be a tasty draw. Be interesting to see how they actually do this draw as well, because I don't know how on earth they're going to do it. It's going to be very strange, this draw, but let's see how they get on. Then. Can we stop talking to Penaldo? What's this? UEFA presents. No, is this a story about Buffon or something? What's this to doing?
You might have to show me a screen down because my screen's not bloody what is going on?
I don't know what all this is about. Is this to do with Is this all to do with Buffon or something? Is this to do with Buffon? I don't know what this is about. It's in Italy, this. Based in Italy. A new era. Is it going to stay on there?
Yep.
There you go.
There we go.
Very odd. I don't know what they're doing. It's the format. The format. Okay. It's a new format.
Mm-hmm.
4 different seeding pots, which is pot 1, pot 2, pot 3, pot 4. Each team will have 8 opponents. New format. Chef are insane. It's all going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Is this the... Oh, Zlatan!
Hello, Zlatan.
If you have just tuned in, I don't know what I'm watching. I don't know what I'm watching here. Are they going to be going on about the... Are they going on about format and the new anthem? Because they've changed the anthem and it is absolutely crap.
I bet it is.
New anthem's cack. Saying it now. Oh no. Right. Huh. All right. I don't know either. So it's gonna be interesting. So the anthem is the same. Nah, this isn't the new anthem. They're playing the original, but apparently they've changed the anthem. I don't know why. Oh, that's Sergio Roberto goal. We all remember that. Rodri's final winner. Really good goals in this. Kaká was that. Yeah, so the Bayern lifting trophy. So a lot of questions asked. Barely any of us understand what's happening, but seems like it's all pretty much sorted. Well, there was support online. There was a new intro, wasn't there? So the new era begins. Completely different format with a brand new, completely different format. You know, and a different group stage, now league stage. This will be strange, but let's see what happens. So we still have the 4 pots. See what happens. Never saw the anthem change. It saw the sound. Yeah, it did there because they were playing the original anthem. But online we saw that they changed the anthem. I don't know why, but it sounded naff. But unless that was just a rumour and it hasn't actually happened.
Yeah.
Looks like we're going to have Gigi Buffon and Cristiano Ronaldo doing the draw.
Oh wow.
Don't believe everything online. Well,
Wow.
we'll see what's correct.
Ronaldo doing the draw.
Oh, here he comes. Here's Goggles.
Here he is.
It's Goggles,
Wouldn't be the same without him, wouldn't it?
as me and Liam call him. It's Goggles.
Yeah.
God, he looks more like bloody Daniel Radcliffe with them glasses.
Yeah.
The glasses are rounder and rounder, almost as round as mine.
Not wrong at all there.
Right, let's have a listen to this.
evolved several times, and most notably the reforms implemented in '99 and 2003 gave the UEFA Champions League the shape that has taken us on such a
Mm.
journey to today. Meanwhile, a single truth became evident. To lift this trophy is to achieve the pinnacle of football. And
Yes,
today,
no shit.
we step into another era. The new league phase will maximize
Ah.
excitement and unpredictability, as every goal and every save may change the course of the season for the teams in play, and even for
So every goal and everything that happens in game is going to have an impact by the looks of it. Ooh.
Yeah, because it's goal difference included.
So literally, like you could be on the same goal difference, same goals scored, same goals conceded, but you could go through because of the amount of saves made in the game or something stupid. Like, oh, it's gonna be a nightmare.
Goal difference and goals scored and goals conceded is going to be massive for this league format.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nightmare.
It's going to be.
And this is where loads of teams will just go for 1-0 win.
Yeah, most likely some teams will.
making a welcome return after 6 and 4 decades respectively. So enjoy this landmark season. We wish you the very best of luck. And as the format is new, the draw is also new, and we take it.
Don't really say. Well, I said that things like saves, etc., can have an impact. Told you that's the new anthem. It has changed. Champions. Saves matter because they prevent goals. Ah, okay. Yes. Yes, all the teams in the pot are based on the club coefficient rankings. So let's have a look. So pot 1, pot 2, pot 3, pot 4. If we know that, so but there'll be 4 home and 4 away. I know that. I can assume. We know that. They can face a maximum of 2 opponents from one league, but it can't be the one. So pot 1, 1 ball is drawn. Oh.
So that's how they do it.
The software randomly draws opponents from each pot amongst all the valid options, while ensuring that the draw can be continued until the end. Once a valid allocation has been drawn by the software, the opponents and which matches are played at home or away will be revealed.
Yeah, but
Why couldn't they have just kept it simple?
But the draw, when the draw goes on further, we'll get a further understanding.
This is going to be really weird.
Yeah, it is going to be very weird. I agree with you, it is going to be very weird.
So most of it is all computerized.
Why didn't you just say that? Why did it have to be so complicated?
With a ball again manually drawn at random. As all opponents of pot 1 have been designated, the software moves immediately to draw 2 opponents at random. Again, allocating which matches are played at home, which are played at
Just get on with it.
Oh my god, this is going to be a nightmare. This is going to be interesting.
Just get on with it.
They're going through all the.
You don't need to explain everything. It's a draw.
Well, they do have to because it's a totally different format and no one knows what's happening.
Teams are getting drawn against each other. Only it's automated instead of people taking it out.
Which is totally wrong. So why can't they just do what they usually do, where they just draw from each pot? I hate that bit. I hate that bloody.
Why didn't they just leave it how it was?
They don't leave things as they were. They keep changing everything. Modern football's shit, basically. Right, pot 1. So here we go. Pot 1, as we know, consists of the record champions Real Madrid, who beat Dortmund in the final last season. Manchester City, former European champions, they beat Inter Milan in the final a few seasons ago. FC Bayern München, the 2020 winners of the tournament, who beat PSG in that final. PSG still yet to win the bloody Champions League since the 1990s. Liverpool 2019 winners. Inter Milan 2010 winners of this competition, beat Bayern at the Santiago Bernabeu. Borussia Dortmund got to the final last year, lost to Real Madrid. They're in pot 1 yet again, with their new manager Sahin. RB Leipzig, another German team in the competition and in the pot, and FC Barcelona in pot 1 as well, former European champions. They haven't won the tournament. Do you know the last time they won the tournament? 2015.
See, that feels a long time ago, man. It just feels.
And that was in Berlin against Juventus, if you all remember. Neymar scored in that final as well. See, I know my stuff, and none of it, by the way, was written down. That was straight off my head because I knew everything that I was saying. I remember quite a lot of the Champions League finals from like the 2000s. The things like the 80s and the 90s, I can't remember.
Right, so here we go.
Wait, so Ronaldo presses a button that automatically. This is going to be strange.
I'm excited.
This will be odd. Well, we're going to get underway then. Here we go. Thanks for joining us so far. Draw's going to get underway now. So this is pot number 1. So the first team in the 2024-2025 UEFA Champions League phase draw is Manchester City, former European champions and current Premier League winners. Now, this is where it's going to give them some opponents. So we have to allocate the first opponents for Manchester City. And their first opponents are going to be Inter. So the opponents of them, Inter, PSG, Club Brugge, Juventus, Feyenoord, Sporting Lisbon, Sparta Prague, and Slovan Bratislava. I think apart from Inter, Paris, Juventus, and Feyenoord, they've got a fairly easy run.
I did say that they would get PSG. I said they'd get PSG.
They've got PSG, which is interesting.
I said they'd get them.
So they'll be at home to Feyenoord, which means Feyenoord travel to the Etihad. They'll get beat there. Man City won't lose at home in the Champions League.
They might, you don't know.
Nah,
They're shine.
they don't. They're the best team in England by a mile. Best team in England. Inter Milan are the next team. Good news is Bayern have avoided Manchester City, so that's one team I wanted to avoid. Inter, we already know, will be taking on Manchester City. So who's Inter's opponents going to be? So their Group A opponents are Man City and Leipzig. Then they have Arsenal, Leverkusen, Red Star Belgrade, Young Boys, Monaco, and Sparta Prague. So Inter have Leipzig and Arsenal. That's Arsenal versus Inter's going to be a cracking tie. Woo-hoo! And Leverkusen, that's going to be a really good tie. Tell you what, some difficult oppositions there. Difficult games there. Going to be some interesting games. The next team out. FC Bayern. FCB. Do not give us Real Madrid. I tell you what, Liverpool would be some tie. If we get Real Madrid, then I will be annoyed because we always get Real Madrid in the Champions League. Oh, PSG at home, Barcelona away, and Aston Villa. Oh my word. So Bayern will be at home to PSG first, followed by an away trip to Barcelona, home to Benfica, away to Shakhtar, home to Dinamo, away in Rotterdam against Feyenoord. That's going to be good. Slovan Bratislava at home, and the last game is away at Villa Park.
Wait, you got Feyenoord?
Yep, Bayern got Feyenoord
Aston
away.
Villa
Aston Villa versus Bayern in the final game of the group stage for Bayern. What a tie! Oh, I'm looking forward to that. We avoided Real Madrid. Oh, go on, Liverpool will get Real Madrid, I reckon, here. That'd be great.
Liverpool to get Real Madrid and
Okay, RB Leipzig. RB Leipzig are the next team out of the pot. I actually quite like this. I mean, I do still prefer the old format, but this does make up some decent ties. There isn't really any easy games. Leipzig get Liverpool, Inter, Juventus, Atletico Madrid, Sporting, Celtic, Aston Villa, Sturm Graz. Oh, Aston Villa are playing Bayern and Leipzig.
Leipzig. That's too tough. Well, they can't play
I will say, Liverpool getting Leipzig at home, they should win that. But Celtic versus Leipzig, Celtic will not win that. That's it now. This will be some interesting ties. It's going to make for some good games. BVB, Borussia Dortmund. BVB Dortmund got to their second final in the space of 11 years, and the second final that they bottled. Who will Dortmund play? Barcelona at home, Real Madrid away. Shakhtar at home, Club Brugge away, Celtic at home, Dinamo away, Sturm Graz at home, and Bologna away from home. Dortmund have a tough start. Barcelona at home, Real Madrid away. So they've got two Spanish clubs. Unlucky to them. Some good ties coming up here. I tell you what, by the way, Bologna's going to be interesting. Bologna at home to Dortmund, last game. It's going to be interesting. Who's the next team? 4 teams left for this pot. This is my new job, yeah. FC Barcelona. Now, we already know Barcelona have 2 ties against Bayern and Dortmund. They're playing 2 German sides, so they will not be playing any more German sides. Their next ties will be Atalanta at home, Benfica away, Young Boys at home, Crvena Zvezda away, Brest at home and Monaco away. So they're playing 2 German sides and 2 French sides at the start and the end of the league. The 2 German giants first for Barca, and then at home to Brest and away to Monaco. You know what? Barcelona will struggle. I think Barca will struggle against some of them opponents. Some good ties. Yeah, some good ties so far. I think once the pot's done, we'll probably have the UEFA best goalkeeper or something like that, because they always do. Real Madrid now. Who are the record champions going to be going head-to-head against? Who will they be facing? We already know one of their opponents is Real Madrid. So, there's only... Yes, they've got Liverpool. Get in. Oh, Real Madrid have Borussia Dortmund at home. Liverpool at Anfield. Then they're at home to AC Milan. Then away to Atalanta again. Salzburg at home. Lille away. Stuttgart at home. And Brest away. That's going to be... I tell you what, it's going to be a good tie for Brest. Brest are taking... By the way, Brest... Right, Brest are taking... Can I just say, Brest are taking on Barcelona and Real Madrid. Bye-bye, Brest.
Bye-bye, Brest. See ya.
So Liverpool have got Real Madrid and Leipzig from Group A. Liverpool and PSG, their next ties will be from pots 2, 3 and 4. Liverpool.
Who the fuck's Liverpool?
Liverpool!
Who the fuck is Liverpool?
Pull the lever. Liverpool. It's Liverpool. It's Liverpool, actually. So Liverpool's first ties. Home to Madrid. Away to Leipzig. Oh my God. Home to Leverkusen. Away to Milan. Home to Lille. Away to PSV. Home to Bologna. And away to Girona.
What, away to Antwerp?
Fucking hell.
Apart from the last two games, I think Liverpool struggle against every single one of them. They'll beat.
Eindhoven, is that home or away for them?
That's in Eindhoven.
Oh, have fun travelling to Holland.
Tell you what, Liverpool have got some tough ties.
Go to Amsterdam while you're there.
Some difficult ties. The final team for pot 1 is Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain. We know their first two ties are Manchester City at home and then a trip to the Allianz Arena. Oh, by the way, I'm just saying now, PSG couldn't have asked for a tougher first two games. City at home, Bayern away. Oh, and it gets worse. They were home to Atletico Madrid after that, then away at the Emirates, PSV at home, Salzburg away, Girona at home, and then the final game is at the Mercedes-Benz Arena against VfB Stuttgart. So, PSG have got Bayern, City, and Arsenal. Arsenal against PSG.
That is insane.
Some really good ties. I tell you what, I'm actually starting to look forward to tomorrow's ties for United. See who United get. Well, United will get.
United again, they drew them last night.
No, this is the Europa League tomorrow.
Yeah, but they drew them last night.
Well, they drew all these teams last night in the Carabao Cup as well.
Didn't do Feyenoord last night.
No, because this is the Champions League. European League, these are.
Just do it all in one bloody go, man.
How can they, when the Carabao Cup's an English competition and the Champions League, Europa League and Commons Leagues are all for the European clubs, as well as
Don't waste loads of
some
time
English teams.
picking the same teams again.
And this is why she does. You don't know shit. If you think they should just do all the draws in one, in when the Carabao Cup's an English competition, you're not gonna have European teams
No, what I
in an
mean
English cup.
What I mean is do English teams in the English League, do foreign teams
No,
in
because
the Champions League.
no,
Sorted.
no, because there's English teams that play in the Champions League and the Europa League because that's the idea of finishing in the top 6. God. Right, pot 1's done. We're on to pot 2. I'm going to have to go back because I've missed the first biddy teams. Right, pot 2. Bayer Leverkusen. Bundesliga champions last season. And unbeaten. Atletico de Madrid. Giants, been in the finals before. Lost to Real Madrid every time. Atalanta BC, the Europa League champions who beat Leverkusen in the final. Juventus in pot B until they've dropped. Juventus qualifying for the Champions League. Benfica, Portuguese giants. They were paying the backside to come up against. Now Arsenal are in pot 2. Hopefully looking to go one better rather than getting knocked out the group stage again by Bayern. Brilliant. Club Brugge into the group stage again. Shakhtar Donetsk. Ukrainian Giants, who I assume will still be playing their international games. I assume they'll still be playing their Champions League games in Hamburg. Who was that? AC Milan. AC Milan. Pot 2. Off we go. So Atletico Madrid, the first team out. They will be playing against Leipzig and Paris Saint-Germain from pot 1. Their next opponents, Atletico Madrid, Leverkusen at home, Benfica away, Lille at home, Salzburg away, Bratislava at home, and Sparta Prague away from home. So Leverkusen have to travel to Atletico Madrid. That's going to be hard. Some hard ties. Oh, so this isn't the order of games. I didn't realise. This isn't the order of games.
Yeah,
The games won't be in this order. They've just put it in pot order, so the games won't be in that order. So it'll be any order.
Yeah, they mix up the order.
Could be any order.
I forgot to tell you that.
Yeah, I didn't know. So that means Bayern could play Aston Villa first rather than last. You know, we don't know
Yeah.
what the order's going to be. Atalanta's fixtures: Real Madrid at home, Barcelona away, then Arsenal at home, Shakhtar away,
On the Dingo final.
Celtic at home, Young Boys away, Sturm Graz home, Stuttgart away. They have a very tough one. And by the way, they won't have far to go for Shakhtar's for the game at Shakhtar, because Shakhtar are having to play their European games in Hamburg. Because of all the stuff that's been going on in Ukraine and Russia, Shakhtar Donetsk are having to travel to Germany to play their European games at Hamburger SV's ground. Who's this? Club Brugge. The next team out of the pot. Club Brugge. So we know their first two opponents, Club Brugge, are going to be Dortmund at home and Man City. Well, no, not their first two ones. But we know the two of their teams are Dortmund home, City away. Juventus at home, Milan away, Sporting at home, Celtic away, Villa at home, Sturm Graz away. Bye! Bye! I don't see them winning any of those games apart from possibly Sturm Graz and maybe Celtic. They ain't winning any of them ties otherwise. Yeah, Club Brugge are going to get battered. Yeah, hiya Carl, thanks for joining. They're going to get battered in them games. Who are Arsenal going to get? Bundesliga champions Bayer 0-4 Leverkusen. We know that that three of their opponents are Inter home, Liverpool away and Atletico Madrid away. They have Milan at home, Salzburg at home, Feyenoord away, Sparta Prague at home and Brest away. I see Leverkusen doing all right, you know, in this tournament, especially in the home games because they're very good at home. I see them doing well, personally. They'll get. I reckon they get at least playoffs or at least into the knockout stage. They won't finish in the bottom half. Arsenal. How does it go? Arsenal. So Arsenal have Paris at home, Inter away, Shakhtar at home, Atalanta away, Zagreb at home, Sporting away, Monaco at home, Girona away. You know Girona are going to be dark horses.
Yeah.
I think they'll be dark horses in this league. Tough team there. I think that's a bit of a tough one for Arsenal, you know. Would you say that's a tough one for Arsenal?
Yeah.
Benfica. They've got Barcelona, Bayern and Atleti so far. Juventus, Feyenoord, Red Star, Bologna, Monaco. That is a very, very difficult run of fixtures for them. You got Barcelona, you got Bayern, I've said, some hard ties. Tell you what, they're going to be in for a tough one. Benfica have got a very tough one, I think. They've got some really tough games. Now, Milan. We already know 4 of their opponents. Liverpool, Madrid, Bruges, and Leverkusen. Their other opponents, Red Star, Dinamo Zagreb, Girona, and Bratislava. So, I think some of them are winnable games. winnable games mainly for Milan. Feyenoord got Leverkusen away, which they're going to get beat because...
No, pot 3 already.
No, they're still in pot 2.
Oh.
But they're doing all the randomised games. Ever drank alcohol, does it? No. Pretty sure you've asked me this before.
That's not a hard game for Feyenoord.
It is, because Leverkusen are unbeaten in like 40 games. They don't look like losing at the moment. Juventus' opponents: Man City, Leipzig, Benfica, Club Brugge, PSV, Lille, Stuttgart, Aston Villa away. Oh, can I just say, right? Aston Villa have got 2 brilliant home ties coming their way. Juventus at home, Bayern at home. Villa Park is going to fully enjoy these games.
Douglas Luiz will be returning back to where he left.
They'll be looking forward to these games, Villa fans. Shame they're going to get beaten probably most of the... shame they'll get beaten. They'll get beaten probably the home games. Or some of the home games. Tell you what. There's not one easy game there for Juventus, by the way. City, Leipzig, Benfica, Club Brugge, PSV, Lille, Stuttgart, Villa. Not one of them's easy. Because Club Brugge are also a team that can cause a few issues as well. So, not easy opponents. Man City haven't got it easy this season, have they? Because they got Juventus at home as well. Final team from Pot 2 is going to be Shakhtar Donetsk, who will be playing their European games, not in Ukraine. They will be playing them in Germany. At the Volkspark Stadion, the home of Hamburger SV. So Shakhtar have Bayern, Dortmund, Atalanta, Arsenal, Young Boys, PSV, Stade Brest, and Bologna. Now then, we will have the so this is interesting then. Here we go. Pot number 3 coming up. Time for pot 3. And this time, pot 3 consists of Dutch Giants Feyenoord. Last final they got to was the Conference League against Roma. Sporting Club de Portugal. Cristiano Ronaldo's former club. Dutch Giants PSV Eindhoven. Eindhoven hosted the 2006 final between Bo and Sevilla and we got battered. Dinamo Zagreb. Back in the Champions League again. FC Salzburg. The Austrian champions, I believe. Lille. They're not normally in the Champions League. They're normally in the Europa League, aren't they, Lille? So they're into the Champions League this time. Now these are always in the Champions League. Crvena Zvezda. The Serbian Giants. Red Star Belgrade into the group stage again. And Young Boys into another Champions League group stage. And this time after beating Galatasaray away from home. And Celtic. Champions of Scotland into another group stage, which they won't get through probably. I keep saying group stage into the league phase because it used to be group stages now. It's not groups anymore.
You can shuffle and draw, and they've been already drawn 50% of their opponents, so they have to find out.
So each opponent will find out their final 4 teams. Young Boys. It's not.
Young boys.
It's Young Boys. Young Boys of Bern in Switzerland. They play at the Wankdorf Stadium. That's the name. Young Boys is opponents. Oh, hey. All I'm going to say to Young Boys is bye. Young Boys have got Inter, Barcelona, Atalanta, Shakhtar Donetsk, Red Star Belgrade, Celtic, Aston Villa, Stuttgart. Bye. They're going to get beat by the old boys. What's on the menu tonight? Mac and cheese I'm having later. Losk Lille. Their first, we know 4 of their opponents. They're Real Madrid, Liverpool, Juventus, and Atletico Madrid. Lille are at home to Feyenoord, away to Sporting,
That's not a...
Sturm and Bologna. I tell you what, I'll be look. You know, I'm going to be interesting to see how.
I haven't got a long journey to travel there.
Be interesting to see how some of the.
PSV Eindhoven.
Be interesting to see how some of the teams like Girona and Bologna, PSV, have Liverpool, Paris Saint-Germain, Shakhtar, and Juventus. God help them. Sporting Lisbon, Red Star Belgrade, Girona, and Brest. Some interesting. Yeah.
Have a good time in England.
Some easy and some, I'd say some fairly easy and fairly difficult
They've been here
times.
before, Eindhoven. They were at the Riverside.
No, they weren't. That was Heavenveen.
No, Eindhoven were there as well. It says it on the wall under the tunnel. Eindhoven.
No.
On the brick wall.
No, that was when we got to the UEFA Cup final, which was held in Eindhoven. There you go. Feyenoord have Bayern, City, Leverkusen, Benfica, Salzburg, Lille, Sparta Prague, Girona. Some hard games there. Some hard games.
Isn't a far journey for them.
Some hard games. Bayern's not far because it's literally Holland.
Literally over the border.
Holland to Germany. Is Mia there? Yeah, she's here.
No, I mean.
Some hard ties. JNK Dinamo Zagreb. Dinamo Zagreb of the Croatian League. Now their teams are Dortmund, Bayern, Milan, Arsenal, Celtic, Salzburg, Monaco, Bratislava. I think Dinamo Zagreb couldn't have asked for a tougher one of fixtures.
Yep.
That is bloody difficult. Where's Daddy tonight? He's downstairs, probably watching the telly.
Yep.
Don't forget to join me tomorrow for the Europa League and Conference League draw from 12 o'clock tomorrow as well. Crvena Zvezda. They are Red Star Belgrade, but their official name is Crvena Zvezda because it's Serbian. Oh! Red Star have got Barcelona, Inter, Benfica, Milan, PSV, Young Boys, Stuttgart, Monaco. Bye!
Goodness me, bye.
And Liverpool have got
Ta-da!
as managers, so they're going to do
12 a.m. or 12 p.m.
It's going to be
12 a.m. would be zero. That would be
gonna
12
be
p.m.
PM.
Obviously, I'm not going to do it at midnight. Am I? Midday tomorrow.
Oh, no, you probably would.
FC Salzburg, Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Leverkusen, Dinamo Zagreb, Feyenoord, Brest Star, and Sparta Prague. Difficult ties for Salzburg. Do I see them getting through? Probably not. 2 teams left. Who are the Scottish Giants going to get? We're going to find out now. Celtic are the next team out of pot 3. Their opponents then. Celtic's opponents. Leipzig, Dortmund, Club Brugge, Atalanta, Young Boys, Dinamo Zagreb, Bratislava, and the England-Scotland derby at Villa Park. Can I just say, Aston Villa have got some amazing home ties. They've got Celtic at home now.
I've never known.
I don't believe it.
At the same time.
It's unbelievable. Aston Villa's going to have some class ties. They got Bayern at home. Juventus at home, I think it is. They've got Celtic at home now. Sporting Lisbon, the final team out of pot 3. Their opponents are Man City, Leipzig, Arsenal, Club Brugge, Lille, PSV, Bologna and Sturm Graz.
Oh, I'd fun travelling to Holland.
Interesting ties for the Portuguese Giants, eh? Now, pot 4, the final pot for the draw. Yeah, whatever, teeth.
Get on with it.
Come on, Goggles, get on with the final pot.
Stop talking.
Now,
You don't need to talk between them.
it'll be sort of asking their thoughts on the
Feyenoord have
draws.
got Man City away.
Yeah, no one's going to beat no one beats Manchester City at home. I don't think there's any team. I don't even think any Premier League sides have beaten Man City at home lately. Not even United or Liverpool. Pot number 4, the final pot for the draw. Slovan Bratislava, the Slovakian champions, are in pot 4 after yet another brilliant campaign. AS Monaco back in the Champions League after a while. Did well in the French league this season. Sparta Prague, the Czech Republic Giants, into the group stage. Aston Villa into their first European tournament since the 1980s. Bologna playing in, I think, their first Champions League tournament. Girona, brilliant underdog story for them, came from the second division in Spain, got promoted and are now in the Champions League after a brilliant season. And VfB Stuttgart finished second in the league behind Bayer Leverkusen last season. So they're in the Champions League. And Sturm Graz, the side from Austria, also in the Champions League. And Stade Brestois, after an amazing season in the French League 1, take their place for the first time in the Champions League. Pot number 4, the final pot then. Here we go. No mention of Brest. Excuse me. So for the final time, let's see what happens here. So, 9 final teams to draw. The first one is VfB Stuttgart. They finished second and Bayern finished third in what was a disastrous season. VfB's opponents: Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid, Atalanta, Juventus, Young Boys, Red Star Belgrade, Sparta Prague and Slovan Bratislava, which I think Stuttgart will happily take. No such thing as an easy game in this tournament, especially with a lot of the underdog stories. Girona, the biggest underdog story you're going to see in a long time. They came from the second division, and in the space of like 2 or 3 seasons, they are in the Champions League. Girona, in their first ever Champions League campaign, have Liverpool, Paris, Arsenal, Milan, Feyenoord, PSV, Bratislava, and Sturm Graz. Be interesting to see how Girona get on with how they get on in this tournament, because it's going to be interesting. They're a side that you don't want to underestimate. Oh, 60 years it's been since they've been in the European Cup. Bologna's opponents this year: Dortmund, Liverpool, Shakhtar, Benfica, Lille, Sporting Lisbon, Monaco and Aston Villa. I hope you enjoyed your first tournament in 60 years, because it's not going to last very long. They are going to get absolutely battered in them. Aston Villa's... what's Aston Villa? Still haven't got Aston Villa. The Tits are next. Brest.
Brest.
Make sure you keep abreast of things. Oh, look at those fixtures. Well, the last two aren't too bad. Brest have got Real Madrid, Barcelona, Leverkusen, Shakhtar, PSV, Salzburg, Sturm Graz and Sparta Prague. 5 teams left. And then that wraps up the draw. Here we go, Aston Villa. Aston Villa. He's Italian. Aston.
The name's right.
He's Italian.
Liverpool.
Oh my
Aston
God!
Villa.
Look at their home ties. Look at their home ties. Aston Villa's home ties there. They've got Bayern, Juventus, Celtic, and Bologna as their 4 home games. Their 4 away games are Leipzig, Club Brugge, Young Boys,
Belgium, innit?
Monaco. So they travel to Germany, Belgium, Switzerland, and France. Tell you what, Aston Villa, I think will be pretty happy with that tie.
Yeah, Club
Oh,
Brugge
yeah.
and-
Sparta Prague have just been announced. Inter, Man City, Atletico Madrid, Leverkusen, Salzburg, Feyenoord, Brest, and Stuttgart. Bye-bye to Sparta. That's all I'm saying. Bratislava. Slovan Bratislava's opponents are Man City. So Slovan Bratislava's opponents. So Bratislava have got Man City, Bayern, Milan, Atletico Madrid, Zagreb, Celtic, Stuttgart and Girona. That's Bratislava. Monaco. So all their ties have already been sorted. We know that Monaco's ties are difficult ones because they have got Barcelona, Inter, Benfica, Arsenal, Red Star Belgrade, Dinamo Zagreb, Aston Villa and Bologna. And the final team.
Tommy Conway's going to Scotland.
Oh, the final team is the final.
Ying's going to Senegal.
Oh, these are international call-ups.
Latvia
International
going
break.
to Ivory Coast.
Yeah, international break. Sturm Graz are the final team out, and they've got Leipzig, Dortmund, Bruges, Atalanta, Sporting Lisbon, Lille, Girona, and Brest.
Aiden's going to go to USA.
Yep, international break.
Why we've got football at the Riverside for German teams, I don't know, when Germany have their own club stadiums.
It's the Premier League International Cup that the under-21s are in.
But they shouldn't be using our club, they should be using their own.
No, Borough's under-21s are at home for 3 of the games. Borough under-21s are at home for 3 games, and then they're away for 3, and they're away for 3 games. So that's the draw in full. There we go then. Success, eventually. So, at first thought, it looked, when they were going through the format, it sounded very complicated. You know, it sounded very strange. But in the end, it's actually worked out alright, because we've actually got some really good ties. For Bayern, which I'm looking forward to seeing out, I'm looking forward to seeing Bayern's games in this tournament. Bayern have Paris Saint-Germain, Barcelona, Benfica, Shakhtar, Dinamo Zagreb, Feyenoord, Bratislava and Aston Villa. And obviously the games that you've heard in the entire draw, they've gone in pot order with the 2 teams of pot 1, pot 2, pot 3, pot 4. That order will not be correct because it's going to be sort of mix and match. So it's not going to be home away, home away, home away, home away. It'll be a bit. It'll be a bit mixed, I think. So we'll find out the actual calendar for the fixtures, and which games are we playing first, second, etc. We'll find out which games we're playing first. Actually, probably in a couple of days, find out the official calendar. But the first games are
It's going to be released on Saturday, they said.
Saturday. Yeah, first games are taking place in. First game taking place, I think, the 17th and 18th of September for the Champions League.
Oh, when we're back.
And that is at the same time as the Carabao Cup third round. So there you go. No. Right. Well, that's that. Thank you very much for tuning in. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for the Europa League draw and the Conference League draws. I'll be on from 12 until about just after 2 o'clock. So it's going to be a long time. Thanks for joining, everyone. I'll see you all tomorrow for the Europa League and Conference League draw. Bye.